Real quick, this video is going to be extremely expedited in regards of content because the fire alarm in our apartment building, like the entire building of apartments, went off, woke everyone up. We all were freaking out about what it was. No one seemed to have a fire for like 30 minutes, the alarm. Deafeningly loud. And so me, my wife, the kids sat in the car and we both took turns trying to talk to the different residents, and then the fire department showed up. I don't know what happened. They were able to figure it out after about 45 minutes. So fun, very short content. We won 6-3 over the Vancouver Canucks, which one of the talking points over Vegas's hot stretch recently, the last 10 games where they're 7-2-1 or whatever, is that Vegas's strength of opponents has been a little questionable, the best one being the Jets, who have been struggling recently, and I guess the Predators because they were on their hot streak. But even though the Canucks have had their struggles too recently, especially without Demko, it was a really convincing win from them. I remember the last game that we played against them where we lost 3-1, we had Morelli and Frace, and tonight we had Howden and Dorofeev. And Dorofeev has been lights out for the Golden Knights. He definitely needs a spot. Him, Carlson, and Mantha have been a phenomenal line. They get on the board first. Anthony Mantha, because Pavel Dorofeev, breaks in all alone because he broke free from Quinn Hughes, one of the Norris candidates, who had himself a pretty good night tonight, but he fell down a couple of times trying to make defensive plays, although normally he's pretty good defensively. So it was really good from Dorofeev. And he goes in all alone. DeSmith makes the incredible save. Dorofeev pokes it out. Mantha scores 1-0. His second as a Golden Knight, and one of the stats from our PR account is that Hanifin and Mantha, since being acquired by Vegas, have led the team in plus-minus over that stretch. So really solid pickups from us there, and this just added to it. Mantha with his 5th or 6th point in the last 6th or 7th games. Really good stretch from him. Yada, yada, yada. Other things happened. Honestly, second half of the game, pretty boring. But the first half of the game, holy moly, there were 7 total goals. Anthony Mantha should not be unassisted. Hopefully they correct that because Dorofeev poked the puck over to him. Marchessault with his 41st. He needs 2 more in the next 7 games to be able to tie Carlson, 3 more to pass him. Really beautiful pass from Barbashev. Höglander makes it 2-1, but then like right away, Eichel responds. It's 3-1. And another beautiful pass from Barbashev to get to Marchessault with a beautiful pass over to Eichel, because it was like the invert. Like they thought, oh, Marchessault's going to shoot this because he just did. And he didn't. He waited out to Smith, pulled him to the side, passed it over to Eichel, buries it. And then finally, a power play goal. But the actual finally is Noah Hanifin scores his first as Vegas Golden Knight on the power play. You could tell he was like, finally, dude. Man, love that from him. In the second period, William Karlsson, because there was a 5-minute major on Nikita Zadorov. This was his second penalty of the game. It happened in the first. But at the very tail end, he boards Brett Howden. Brett Howden took massive punishment today. And yes, Zadorov is tall, and yes, he finished his check, but like, you gotta be in control of your stuff. I went over this with Haig a couple of games ago, where just because he's big doesn't mean that he gets to do whatever he wants. You've gotta still play within the rules, and it is a clear, harsh boarding penalty from Zadorov. And so obviously Vegas Golden Knight, I'm biased. I'm a fan, not Knight. Like I don't play for them yet. 5-minute major, and we score on it. William Karlsson, our second power play goal of the game, which is the first time in 43 games that we've scored 2 power play goals in the same game. Last time happening against Ottawa in game 32, and it's game 75 now, so 43 games later, that's over half a season. That's ridiculous. Our power play is just awful. Speaking of power play goals, Quinn Hughes gets one, which is crazy because Nick Waugh, 2-minute minor for hooking, yeah, clear call. Shea Theodore had a 4-minute double minor in the first period because he high-sticked JT Miller and it like cut his lip open. And tough call. It's definitely partially because Miller hits him that his stick comes up, but hey, that you gotta be in control of your stick. like I said about Zadorov, same thing applies to Theodore. Definitely the right call to have the double minor, and Vegas kills it off. So fantastic. And then we go into the third, up 5-2. Quinn Hughes gets his second of the night. He makes it 5-3 with an even strength goal pretty early in, but then Vegas, less than 30 seconds later, responds with Brett Howden getting his 8th of the year. That's great. Off of an amazing pass from Keegan Kolazar. 6 goals for the Vegas Golden Knights, 6 different goal scorers. Really up and down the lineup, just positive scoring. Eichel and Carlson both got their 26th of the year, and they could get 30 if they get 4 in the next 7 games. Unlikely, but... And then honestly, like, most of that second and third period were just kind of boring, which is insane after the first period that we had. And going into that first power play, going back to the first period, because of how we had played to make it 3-1, I was more optimistic about that first power play than I think I've been all season, because of just how crazy the first period was, and then we actually scored on it, so that was fun. Casey DeSmith had an amazing paddle save on William Karlsson on a shorthanded opportunity where Eichel's pass to him was just mwah. A lot of the passes tonight were mwah. Barbashev, Eichel, and Kolazar all specifically had really amazing passes tonight. But DeSmith paddle save on Karlsson. I definitely thought that Karlsson missed, but no, upon further inspection. Honestly, a really solid game. I'm not really worried about those 3 goals. Quinn Hughes just really picked his pocket really well, and also they had traffic in front of the net blocking Thompson from being able to see. You'd like to see a little bit more of defensive pushback, but I really wasn't that concerned about the 3 that he let in. And just really solid game from Vegas overall. Kids are hopefully getting back to sleep. It was a torrential downpour thunderstorm going on during that third period. My power went out, or internet, not power, internet. And then the fire alarm thing. And so I took a lap around the building and made sure that nothing was on fire after, getting everyone else out of the apartment. And yeah, my feet are still soaking wet, so that's fun. I'm gonna go change socks and we're gonna go to bed. But that's gonna be it for Game 75's Nightly Review. Thank you so much for watching and have a good night.